Lilo, and you're watching Headbangers Lifestyle. And my guest here is Biff Byford, and he's the singer from the legendary band Saxon.
Hey!
Welcome!
Yeah, welcome, yeah. Nice to see you again.
Yes, likewise. So, I would like to talk about the year 1980. It has been a really important year for the history of heavy metal. And a lot of great albums came out, classics. Absolutely. Saxon released two classic albums, we would say. First we had Wheels of Steel.
Yeah.
And then we had Strong Arm of the Law.
We did, yeah.
So, if I give you this now, what do you feel? What do you think?
Well, I mean, this was our second album, Wheels of Steel. The first album was called Saxon, which was a bit of a mixture of styles. A bit prog rocky in some respects, but a glimpse of what was yet to come. And Wheels of Steel was our first sort of big album, really. And our record company and management said, "You've got one more chance. The next album is it. If you don't get a great album, then you're off the label."
Oi, that's pressure.
So we were like, okay.
But then you were on a mission.
Well, yeah, we were always on a mission, but the first album was just made up of songs that were been around a long time. You know, some songs of mine and Paul's, some songs of the other two guys in the band. So a bit of a mismatch of styles. For Wheels of Steel, we really honed down our style of sort of classic metal and quite thrashy metal. It's quite a mixture of both, really.
Yeah.
And it was very successful in, it was really successful actually in Europe.
Yeah. Was that unexpected
Japan.
for you?
Pardon?
Was that unexpected for you that it would be so
Well, I think
successful?
that kind of success, going from like nowhere to like, really high, is always unexpected.
Yeah.
We went from nobody really. Nobody knew the band, only a few fans bought the first album, to being like a huge band.
Yeah.
Not overnight, but not far off.
Yeah.
And then within 2 weeks.
But when you were young and unknown at the time, and then such a success, is that hard to deal with at the time, or?
Well, it was hard to adapt from playing small venues to big ones. It was really hard.
Yeah.
We had to have a whole new crew, whole new production. So you can't really go on in front of 10,000 people with like one little Marshall stack, and so we had to gear up and become much bigger. Just visually much bigger. More amplifiers, more lights, more sound.
Yeah.
So
Was it easy to keep your feet on the ground then?
Quite easy. I mean, we were like all, young lads really who get a lot of success really quick. There was a lot of interest in the band from everywhere.
Yeah. But were you aware that Saxon would become a part of a really big movement?
No, we weren't aware. We were aware of Maiden, being around the same time with the Killers album, and we were aware of the Def Leppard's first sort of demo that they made that went in the charts. So, obviously Motorhead and Whitesnake and Judas Priest were already big when we came along. So, I suppose in musical age, then they were older than we were in their sort of career.
Yeah.
So we were, new boys really.
Yeah.
But and this album, Strong Arm of the Law, we did a tour of. We didn't go to tour America on this album. We did a few showcase gigs, and the famous one in Los Angeles is the one where Metallica supported us, and that was on the Wheels of Steel tour. And we never did a tour of Wheels of Steel. Our first tour of America was on this album.
Okay.
From how much? 1981, I think.
Yeah.
I think late 1980 with Rush. This album again is very similar. And lyrically, it's about it's a mixture between life as a young man, and history really of what happened to us. And the historic song on this album would probably be Dallas 1 p.m.
Yeah, it's a really favorite of fans, I hear all the time.
Yeah, and on this album, I would say that there aren't really that many historic songs on there. I suppose Machine Gun is about the First World War, so I suppose that's a historic song.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And 2 albums in 1 year. Was there also a reason behind the order of releasing it, or was it random? What's the whole idea behind
Well, no, it was just we wrote this one first, and this one came second. And in America, it was a bit confused. This one was sort of the first release in America.
Yeah.
And they took a song off this called Susie Hold On and put it on that. So it's a little bit confusing,
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, we did really well.
Yeah.
A lot of tours with America.
Do you have any idea why these albums became such a classic for Saxon?
Well, I think there's 3 albums, isn't there? There's this one, Denim and Leather, which was our biggest of the 3, actually. I just think we at that period, that 3-year period, 1982, 82, 83, was a huge period of young audience, school kids and teenagers, and generally disenfranchised people coming from punk, I think.
Yes.
It seemed to split, that one lot of audience went towards the new romantic Duran Duran thing. The other audience went more towards Saxon, luckily, and Maiden.
Yeah.
But I think touring with Motorhead and Judas Priest in the early days in 1980 made a big difference. But I think they're great songs, though. I think that the songs that we wrote on these 3 albums, and a few other albums as well, obviously Power and Glory, our 5th album, but I think they're just in the rock and roll DNA of people. I don't know why.
It's still every
there,
solo, guitar solo, you still remember.
Yeah, I think it's
after all these years.
Similar thing to Maiden, I think, their early albums.
Yeah.
Number of the Beast is a fantastic album. Motorhead, Ace of Spades, they're all classic albums.
Yeah.
And they all have classic songs.
Exactly.
Anthemic songs that people love to sing and hear, basically. Bring something out in them.
But at the time, the whole new wave of British heavy metal was coming, and it was a new term in music, and it's still a genre.
Yeah, it is. It's still there. It keeps going away and coming back a bit.
Yeah.
But I think at the moment, the bands who lead that genre, Maiden, they've obviously got Bruce back a few years ago, so that brought it back again. So I suppose Judas Priest have decided to make more albums now. So we're still around. So I just think that whenever bands like ourselves are around, then people will come and see them.
Yeah. Yeah. And after more than 35 years, you still play those songs? How does it feel?
Well, on this tour we are, yeah. I mean, we're playing 2 hours on this tour, but it's not all about the 3 albums. It's about 35 years together, really.
Yeah.
So we're throwing a lot of new stuff in as well. But each set list every night's different, so...
You have a lot of songs, so it's...
There are a lot of songs, yeah. I mean, obviously not all the songs are different, but 2 or 4 songs.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, these albums, launched a movement in the 80s.
Yeah.
Of new wave, and it swept across Europe, across into America.
Yeah.
Japan first, I think.
Yeah, Japan.
Outside Europe, and still there, still play Japan.
Yeah. Something you expected at the time, that it would last so long?
I don't think you expect anything. I just think you expect to have, have great gigs, lots of girls, lots of booze. That's the thing you
as a young guy,
when
you start, that's the main thing.
Old guys as well,
Old guys as well.
But anyway, whatever. So I'm just saying that that's what rock and roll is all about.
Yeah. So do you feel, for you, that heavy metal is a lifestyle? for you?
Yeah, it's a lifestyle. I think it's a bit of a religion, really, because it's what we do. And yeah, I think it is a lifestyle for a lot of people. And when a band is coming into town that are known to be great live or known to have great songs, then I think rock fans come home from work, they get ready to go out and see the show. I think it's a great thing to go see a live show.
Yeah. And for you yourself, living your life in private circumstances, are you still?
Yeah, we have private lives. We all have private lives, and it's not good being away from home for 7 weeks. But it'll be Christmas when we get back to that.
Yeah. But you're at home. You're metal as well, sort of.
Yeah, I'm sort of. I'm sort of surrounded by music all the time. My son's a musician, so I did music all around, and it's a way of life, really, and it's a great life, and people like ourselves were really lucky to be in the right place at the right time with the right songs. And look in a certain way. I think we crossed the barrier between punk and hard rock in the days. I think pretty much like Motorhead did as well.
Exactly. Yeah. And as the way in fashion, I mean, people have a really idea about hard rocker, heavy metal guys, stereotype.
I think that's probably changed a bit. We don't really bother with. We wear a nice coat or a pair of nice studs in, but we don't really bother with the too much with the fashion of metal. We wear the rings and things. But I wear these all the time. I don't particularly put them on for the gig, you know what I mean? So
wear it.
yeah, we're pretty much. We don't really wear makeup anymore either. We stopped doing that years ago. So
yeah.
What you see is what you get, really.
Yeah.
Maybe we should, maybe.
I don't know.
Anyway, that's it, really. We've gone more down a more organic route.
Is it difficult to get older when you are, starting very young as a rock musician?
No, I don't think so. I think you have to keep yourself fit.
Yeah.
I think you have to keep yourself fit, and I mean, we're actually partying pretty hard on this tour.
You do.
So we have to stop. It can be bad. So yeah. So
it's still in there.
We do.
The party animal.
We do tend to get quite drunk after shows, but the thing is, we haven't really been out much because we had the Motorhead tour cancelled twice. We did our own tour, so we've only really done 12 festivals sort of this year.
Yeah.
So we haven't really been together much as a band, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We've been flying into the show and flying out. So this is the first time we've really been together playing live for maybe a year. So,
so
a bit of a party atmosphere.
Yeah, that's needed.
And probably wear off.
Yeah. Okay, you already mentioned there are a lot of other great albums in 1980. These are just a few, like we said.
Yeah, I mean,
Ozzy Osbourne. We have Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell.
Ozzy Osbourne supported us with this album, the first album in Europe, across Germany. I see a lot of people still got the tickets.
Yeah.
It was a fantastic bill, Yeah, Black Sabbath, great album. Yeah. Again, great album.
Yeah.
I mean, all these bands really reinvented themselves in the 80s from the 70s.
Exactly. And still.
Yeah.
Most of them are around. We had Angel Witch.
Yeah, Angel Witch didn't really get there, did they?
No.
It's sad, really. I mean, Praying Mantis and Blitzkrieg and all those.
Yeah.
And Times of Pangtang nearly did, but they didn't quite get to the level. And I think maybe the record company, or maybe they just didn't have that one killer track that swept across the land.
Though this was a really great album. Actually.
It's a great album. I think I've still got this on vinyl. It is a brilliant album, but it just didn't. The follow-up album didn't.
Exactly.
I don't know what happened. I just think they just didn't. They didn't go as big as Ozone Maiden or
like this one, like you talked about.
Yeah, it's a great album.
What we.
Yeah.
Do you had a good relationship at the time with all the bands?
Yeah, we
in
did.
the UK?
Yeah, we did.
How was the atmosphere?
We used to see this Maiden in the early days quite a lot. We used to play a lot of university shows with them because that's where kids could go. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very same.
Yeah.
I think at one point we were probably bigger than they were in the early days until they got Bruce, and then Bruce exploded and great.
Exactly. Did you see that coming for them?
No, I didn't see it coming. Huge. I thought they were a good band. I just thought that. Paul Di'Anno was great, but they were more punky.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we were.
Yeah.
And I just think that getting Bruce, and a number of the Beasts was a masterstroke, really.
Exactly. And then we mentioned Motorhead, who was there quite for several years, but with this one,
this is an old album. This is 70.
Yeah.
70 something. I mean, their 80s album was called Bomber. That was a big album as well. So,
But this was their classic as well.
Yeah, fantastic. Cut that though.
Yeah.
Brilliant. That's a building site.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know all the guys, and I was talking to Eddie, and they were. Their manager saw a building site with a huge pile of sand.
Okay.
And they said, we'll use that. It looks like you're in Mexico or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Thank you. You've been watching Headbangers Lifestyle.
Yes, Headbangers Lifestyle. Keep the faith.